One of my favorite stories in our volunteer training is to tell the story of Bibi and our friend Eileen. Bibi was a physician's wife. Her husband had passed away. She was living in deep grief. She was almost paralyzed with the grief from losing her husband. She called me one day and she said, "Boss, I really want to come and try to work. Can I come and try to volunteer with you?" And I said, "Sure you can. Come on and give it a try." Well, there was a lady living with Lewy body dementia named Eileen, and she could not verbally talk. She loved to do our art projects, but she really couldn't talk. And Bibi, our volunteer, just really hit it off with Eileen, and they really became the best of friends. They were looking for each other every Wednesday. They loved and they knew one another. Well, it turns out later on in the fall, around Thanksgiving, I got a call from Bibi, the volunteer, and she says, "Boss," that's what they call me, "Boss, is it legal for a volunteer to go to dinner at one of our friends' houses?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Eileen's daughter is coming in from New York, and her son is coming in from California, and they've invited me. They've invited me to their Thanksgiving dinner. Is it legal for me to go?" And I said, "Of course it is, of course it is." But what I want you to take away from the story is in that very moment, I recognized Eileen was the true volunteer in that relationship. With Eileen's courage and her presence and her showing up to respite every day, Eileen had changed the life of Bibi. With her inclusion and her acceptance, Eileen, living with Lewy body, had given Bibi a place of belonging.